A new technique for creating laser light without mirrors. Coherent is offloading a recognizable business unit. And a new startup is offering quantum-enabled solutions to cybersecurity. All your industry headlines are on Photonics Spectra Now. Photonics Spectra Now is brought to you by Edmund Optics. The future depends on optics. Visit edmundoptics.com to learn more. This is Photonics Spectra Now, covering all the latest news and developments across the industry. I'm Joe Kaczynski, Senior Editor with Photonics Spectra. Our top headline, Coherent is parting ways with its product division responsible for making and selling tools for materials processing. The photonics leader is selling that unit to Bystronic, a company focused on sheet metal processing. In a press release, Coherent says that proceeds from the sale will be used to reduce debt. Bystronic plans to use its newly acquired division to expand in affected markets of medical devices, semiconductors, and general manufacturing. The price tag on the sale has not yet been released. Staying with market headlines, Lidar developer Luminar has entered forbearance and is facing some tough decisions as it grapples with an SEC investigation, the loss of a major customer, and the departure of its CFO. The company announced last week that it plans to lay off 25% of its workforce to reduce operating costs, while it considers bankruptcy and even a sale. Let's take a look to see how this unfolded over the last month and what's next. On October 15th, Luminar missed a debt interest payment. 2 weeks later, it announced plans to cut a quarter of its staff. Those missing payments brought on an SEC subpoena. Effective November 13th, CFO Thomas J. Fenimore will step down. And beginning April of next year, Volvo will no longer use Lidar systems from Luminar. GlobalFoundries is announcing plans to invest $1.2 billion to expand its facility in Dresden. Project Sprint is backed by funds from the German federal government and the state of Saxony under the European Chips Act. Under this project, GlobalFoundries will increase production capacity to more than 1 million wafers a year and will offer end-to-end processes for European groups and data flows for critical semiconductor security requirements. Optica is announcing the addition of 4 members to its board of directors. Let's get to know these players joining the organization. Alexander Gaeta, David M. Rickey Professor of Applied Physics and of Material Science at Columbia University, has been elected to serve as 2026 Vice President for Optica. Gaeta has nearly 40 years of experience in quantum and nonlinear photonics. He was also the founding editor-in-chief of the journal Optica. Coming aboard in the roles of directors at large, Thomas Brown, Director of the Institute of Optics at the University of Rochester, Karu Minoshima, Professor, Vice President, and Deputy Member of the Board of Directors at Japan's University of Electrocommunications, and Marissa Edmond, Chairman of the Board and CEO of Edmund Optics. NVIDIA is bridging classical and quantum computing through its new high-speed interconnect. NVQLink allows quantum processors to connect to supercomputing labs from Brookhaven National Laboratory, Oak Ridge, Lawrence Livermore, and other labs. This new tech is an open system architecture that will allow for building accelerated quantum supercomputers, setting a foundation for breakthroughs in control, calibration, quantum error correction, and hybrid application development needed for quantum applications. A company specializing in photonic encryption technology has raised $26 million. You may not have heard of Israeli startup CyberRidge, but with its latest round of investments, the firm is stepping into the light. CyberRidge tackles a pressing cybersecurity threat, securing data transmitted through optical fiber. Its post-quantum ready system prevents data from being captured now and decrypted later. CyberRidge is already deploying its tech across several defense and intelligence groups around the world. And in research news, a team from the University of Innsbruck and Harvard University have developed a new technique for generating laser light without the use of mirrors. The collaborators demonstrated that quantum emitters spaced at sub-wavelength distances can constructively synchronize their photon emissions to produce a bright and very narrow-band light beam even without the use of an optical cavity. These findings could move forward mirrorless lacing into a more experimental realm, and may even point to a new class of ultra-compact light sources for nanophotonics and precision measurements, with the potential for applications with quantum sensors, clocks, and on-chip devices. Have a story tip? You can email that directly to me at video@photonics.com. And for more details on these stories, head to photonics.com. And before you go, be sure to give us a like and subscribe to the Photonics Media channel on YouTube for the latest from PSN and the All Things Photonics podcast. I'm Joe Kaczynski, and thanks for watching.